Welcome to Undetected Footprints. Today, we are talking about William Ryan Goodwin. He served this country as a U.S. Army veteran. He carried a rifle for our protection, but when his life ended, he was not given a flag. He was not given a tombstone. He was discarded, left behind like a trash in a lonely, forgotten shed in Ragley, Louisiana. We are here to uncover why a man who offered his life for the United States ended up forgotten, decomposing in a shed on 190 Highway East. The last time William was seen alive was June 28, 2018. He was 33 years old, a veteran, a human being. For most men, that day marks a normal Friday. For William, it was the threshold of the void. Following that day, communication ceased. There was no more calls home. There were no more updates to his family. The authorities have now classified this as a voluntary missing adult case, but the evidence tells a far darker story. A man who served his country does not simply vanish. He does not stop caring for his loved ones without a reason. The police have now found the truth, but it came far too late. It was not in a home, it was in a shed at 9271 190 Highway East in Ragley, Louisiana. The items recovered from that shed represent the entirety of a man's existence, rotting, decomposing items, remnants of a life. The smell in that shed was horrendous. Authorities recovered what was left, but the answer regarding how he arrived there and why he was abandoned in such a degrading state remains entirely elusive. This was not the end a veteran deserves. New charges have been filed in cases like this before. In Williams' case, the silence is deafening. Authorities said they investigated, they looked for connections, they looked for intent. Yet William Ryan Goodwin remains a case the world moved on from. But what an evil outcome to allow a soldier to be forgotten in a shed. He deserves justice, but more than likely, he would just be a nameless statistic. The investigators had the evidence, they had the location, and yet the questions persist. Who left him there? Why was there no report of his passing? This is not just a missing person, it is a crime against his dignity. William's life was not trash, it was a life of service. The fact that he was left in that condition is a horror that should haunt this community. We will continue to follow the evidence. We will continue to ask the questions that authorities have chosen to leave unanswered. We cannot bring him back, but we can ensure that he got stuff in my throat sometimes. But that's all right. Let's move on. But we can ensure that he is not forgotten. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite of all the darkness. Let's hope that in that community in Louisiana that someone will come forward if they know what happened to him and tell the police so they can have closure on this case and know who did this to him. Our American soldiers deserve better than that. They put their life on the line for this country. They shouldn't die in such a horrific way and try and be thrown out like trash. We should be honoring our soldiers. But if y'all have any ideas of what case you would like me to cover next, put it in the comments below, and I will absolutely do a video on the case that y'all recommend. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Y'all have a good night. See you later.